talk to me about Solana. What is Solana? I attended my first breakpoint in Singapore this year. And I was at Token 2049 before. And if people are not in crypto, Token is, I'd say it's more of a general conference. There's a lot of institutions there. There were 20,000 people there. It was huge. All the booths and they're there and everybody's on stage and all these important people. And then I rolled over to Breakpoint and it was like, it felt like a club. It felt like a bunch of people doing cool stuff. And there were games and then meme coins. And somebody pulled me aside and said, Brian, you know, Solana's all about freedom and freedom of speech. He's like, yeah, there's a lot of wacky meme coins out there, but we have the freedom to do it. And he said, if you go to the base chain, because it's associated with Coinbase, they're not going to allow certain things because they have a corporate brand to worry about. In Solana, we can do what we want to do, which is the essence of why we're even in Web3. And it felt totally different there. I always joke, only at a Solana conference does the president of a DEX get a standing ovation when he comes on that stage.
Which one was that?
It was Jupiter, I think.
Oh, nice.
A standing ovation. I'm like, okay, I don't think there's any DEX in Ethereum where the guy gets a standing ovation. So it just goes to show you it's this club. It's like everybody loves being there. They're all doing things, maybe making money. And then this DEX is like a big part of that. And so they're like, they're rock stars. And so, yeah, that's what I got from Solana. What do you get from Solana? How do you call it?
I think there's a few things we can double tap on and also maybe even talk about some things people are not so aware of. And there's also some shady parts of it and some negative things about Solana, like with every chain, right? You have that with every corporation. Happy to kind of even talk about these. But essentially, on the bright side of things, Solana, first of all, has the right tech, right? It's a low latency, cheap and fast blockchain that is still evolving and not done yet, right? But you can execute transactions quickly, as quick as possible, very, very cheap. And you couldn't build what we've been building on Solana on other blockchains, especially not on Ethereum mainnet, right? So the tech is great and it's simple, it's easy, it's one layer. You don't need to worry about other kind of bridging to other layers. And it's kind of this, like Ethereum for me is this kind of huge ass castle with a lot of rooms and it's kind of complicated. You don't know where you end up. It's like a labyrinth, right? And then in Solana, you have this neat, easy skyscraper. It's like very straightforward, very, thin and fast and nicely designed. So it just makes things very easier to build for apps on that blockchain as well. And the tech is great. I've met a lot of builders and technical people that have studied computer science and even worked in IT for 30, 40 years. So very senior people. And I talk about them and I ask them, what was your journey like when you came from Ethereum using Solidity as the smart contract language to build apps on Ethereum? What was the journey arriving at Solana and now using Rust to build Solana applications? And they said, I would never go back. It would be fatal to go back. I would never build on Ethereum before. When I heard these things from them, I was like, wow, this is more serious than I thought. I thought, I still think Ethereum is somehow, worthy of being the main name out there in crypto. But I think the fallacy here is they've just been early and they are benefiting from the network effects. They've been early enough to have all the builders, all the capital and the name and the brand that they are where they are. But the tech is not superior. It is inferior. So why?
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.
What I built there. So it's dangerous even because we don't want to build a blockchain because it has a great brand and name. We want to build on a blockchain that has the safest, securest, and best tech for apps going forward. Solana has that. I'm pretty convinced of that by now. Even I have not studied computer science, but the people I trust that have, I believe them. Okay. So I think Solana has that, and it has the edge. And then besides that, the next point would be the community, and that was the emotions that you felt when you had the IRL events. People on Solana are just They're genuine good people. If you talk about the builders that are not there for the quick buck and the money. And there's lots of them. There's lots of the builders that are building dope ass applications that just want to, build a great product. They want users to enjoy their app and they feel good about it when they see people using the application. They feel better about that than seeing a big number on their bank account. That comes with it, right? So many rich people on Solana that build great apps, but they essentially care more about the app, the product, the community, everything around it than the money. The money comes with it. And we want the money as well, right? Don't get me wrong. But these kind of builders, they looped me in. That's why I say it started here in Dubai, because I was at one of those IRL events where you live together with other builders. And I was living at that villa, and you saw the villa and how it looks like and how the feeling is. And I saw all these builders on Solana and how they're like, and I was like, wow, this is different. Like, these people are so serious about it. They're very helpful, I think I want to be part of that as a human. Like, this is so much fun for me to build in, and I think it's fruitful. I think here I can thrive. Solana Foundation created this, like I said, very fertile land for builders to thrive in. And that is a big shout out to them that they made that happen.
Nice. And they also invested in you as well.
They gave us a small grant, yes. Okay. Through the super team structure. So super teams are the regional teams of Solana communities, and you can apply for grants to them, and they are funded by the foundation.
Yeah, and I was at that hacker's house, or founder's villa. Founder's villa is what they call it. Correct, call that. Hacker's house is so 2021, right?
Exactly, it's updated there.
Yeah, but it was amazing. Like, I went by twice, and I actually loved hanging out there. I was going from villa to villa to villa, just walking in and just seeing who I could start talking to. Yeah. And then they had the pitch days, and they had good food, and it was just good vibes.
100%.
Like, you were being taken care of by Solana. Yeah. And I'd never seen that happen at any other blockchain.
Yep. But it's transactional, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have to deliver. Right? Like, you're not going to be invited to these events if you behave bad. I've seen people being declined to join those events because they have a bad track record, or they didn't really, they're not providing value to the ecosystem. Again, karma, bitch. Like, either you do good and you get good or not. And foundation they just want to try to make the chain, grow as a whole by getting the right builders on board. And that's what those founders with us are there for. And I've met great friends there, like, not gonna lie, great people that are really close with me now. I love every time I see them, very positive emotions, and we work together. Our content team, super team, Founders Villa, right? Our dev shop in Croatia, super team Balkans, different kind of event that I went to in Croatia. Like, one of our kind of core team members, super team Germany, right? Like, they're all kind of connected to those communities. You find the great people there. It's for business, it's great.
And now your travel schedule is around Solana events, you told me. So for the next year, you're traveling around the world going to Solana events.
Yeah, we did that last year already, right? So me personally, I don't have a base. Like, I don't pay a fixed rent anywhere in the world. So I'm very flexible. If I would pay, like $1,000 per month for my apartment in Germany, I'd think twice to go somewhere. But right now I need to go somewhere. Otherwise, where do I live? So I'm always looking to where we go. So while I'm in Dubai now, I just do some business here. I met with you, but then I have Solana Bali coming up. It's an event in Bali, 1 month of co-working and co-living together with other builders. And we're sponsoring with the event. We're equipping people with a Solana ID physical card. So everyone who comes there gets a Solana ID. We have a virtual card even, by the way. You can scan, you can collect points with it, just for fun, but we're getting exposure in the ecosystem, and I meet great people there on the ground, right? And then once that's over, we're going to go to the next one. Maybe there's a conference in Hong Kong, I think, coming up that's more chain agnostic. We're going to be there for a few days. There might be some stuff in Dubai again in April. We're going to be there for sure. There's always something in Solana to attend to, and I'm trying to be there on the ground all the time. Which is also great for us because we're B2B. We need to know the businesses. And I have direct lines to almost every company on Solana that has a name.
How do you get out of a rat race? How do you create wealth not only for yourself, but also for the generations to come after?
I am absolutely amazed with the quality of companies that we're getting exposure to.
We go on to Zoom calls with the innovators and the folks who are building new applications in metaverse, blockchain, artificial intelligence, decentralized finance.
What's going on, everybody? Thumbs up if you can see me.
We are focusing on early stage investment.
And the quality of people that we're getting exposure to, whether it be Dan Tapiero with 1RT, Jason Ma from Open, Yatsu from Animoca.
It's been a phenomenal experience thus far. It has far exceeded my expectations.
We are focusing on cutting-edge technologies.
I view it now as the best investment I've ever made. The upside, I view, is unlimited.
And as a retail investor, I would never get this exposure anywhere else outside of Investment Club.
See you in the Investment Club.